From the Green Room Studios at Bates Nursery in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Gardening Inside Out, a podcast with highlights from our Saturday morning live show, answering all your gardening questions, giving you plant advice for any space in your life. Let's start the show.
Hey, y'all, it's Caroline Gant.
Hey, y'all, it's Austin Lowen.
Hi, y'all. It's Tyler Blankenship.
Wow, you went country. As Alan Jackson would say, he's gone country.
No, I didn't. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Tyler, why are you
Why
doing
is
an
this
accent?
happening?
I have no idea.
Well, that's a funny way to start the show.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just wanted to see what y'all would do.
Well,
And I found out.
yes, you did. But hey, what another glorious day here in the mid-state around Nashville, Tennessee. It's hot out there today.
It is. It's been a hot one, as they would say on the news radio.
Weeds don't care. Weeds really don't care that it's hot.
No,
Pretty annoying.
most of them are thriving. Although I have this stupid grass. I don't know what it is, but it grows everywhere on my property. I don't see it anywhere else. And it in the heat and the drought starts to kind of curl in. So that's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's funny. Corn will do that too whenever it gets kind of dry. Like on the edges of the fields, it'll start kind of turning up on
Curling.
you. Uh-huh.
Not tasseling, but curling.
Uh-huh. Although corn is tasseling
Yeah,
around
it is.
town, or here in Nashville anyway. Yeah, our corn is starting to tassel up.
Best time of year.
Great
I like
time
that
of
it
year.
happens around the 4th of July with those fireworks.
Sure does. Looks like fireworks.
Tasseling like the fireworks.
Yeah, I don't know about the rest of the country, but our corn has been a nice corn year this year. Very early rainfall for a long time, and now it's gotten hot. Two things that corn loves.
Get it,
Lush
corn.
and green. That's what I'm seeing out there.
Yeah, sure is.
As far as corn goes, or everything?
Corn.
Corn, yeah.
I mean, most everything's looking like that too.
Yeah, we're still doing pretty good, but it's gotten dry. So a lot of our ornamental plants, especially ones you planted this spring,
Are suffering.
showing some signs. Yeah, they are.
Yeah. I planted a Stokes aster. That poor little thing. I walked past it and I'm like, I will water you when I go inside, and then I'll come back out, and then I don't. And then I leave for work and it's like, please. I need to water it when I get home.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of needing water, I have 2 containers on my front porch. And right now, I just gave them a cutback. I'm like, y'all, I'm sorry, you're not hanging because the basil's wilting heavy almost at the end of every day. So I just gave it all a cutback. I'm still watering, obviously. I'm going to let it reflush and give it another chance.
There you go.
Nice. I let my sprinkler run in my veggie garden for like 3 hours last night.
Really?
I mean, on low, and it like was one of those twirly ones. So it takes a long time for that to actually penetrate the soil.
Yeah.
Like even an hour probably would do nothing.
Well, I think that's an excellent point you just made, and that is do not rely on sprinklers at all when it comes to first-year planting things or things you just planted. Don't be like, I'm going to put the sprinkler out there to be fine. Sprinklers are really good for like sod and grass and, that, but they are not a deep, like you just said, a deep penetrating
Unless you run them
watering
for
device.
a long time.
Just like really, really long, which is a lot of water. It's a lot of, it ends up being a lot of money, okay? If you can just target your plant directly whenever you first plant it with your hose, just direct watering to the root zone.
Yeah.
You will save so much water and so much time.
Well, I wanted to go get sushi last night, so I turned it on and left my house. I was like, peace. See you soon.
Well, good.
That's one way to reclaim that time.
Yeah, it is. Go spend more money.
There you go.
Yeah. You're just allocating your money elsewhere.
That's correct.
Or everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. I'm dispersing it all over is what I was doing.
I will spend my money on sushi any day of the week.
It's the best.
Sure is.
Yeah.
I really love it.
I was just like, I got in my head and I said, I got to go. Got to go get some.
I picked some cherry tomatoes last night, some sun golds and sun sugars. They are like perfectly ripe.
Did you eat them as you picked them?
Yeah. Well, I ate 1 or 2 as I picked them. I probably picked about 8.
I'm the worst at harvesting stuff because I eat it and then I get back up to my house and I'm like, cool, I have 1 cherry tomato and 2 green beans.
Yep.
Where I would have had like 20 cherry tomatoes and 10 green beans.
You sound like my kids. They are exactly like that. Any tomato rarely makes
They're
it up to the
just
house.
so good. And then my husband, I was like, I saved you some tomatoes and it was 2. He was like, let's save some for a salad. And I didn't tell him I'd eaten like 15.
Yeah. At least you got them. You grew them, so you deserve to eat them.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
Y'all going to be roasting any of them?
Not me personally. I don't cook anything really. I'm not chef.
Oh, roasting the cherry tomatoes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to roast mine like in my cast iron skillet and then do like ground beef or turkey in it. It's really good.
Sounds good. Sounds tasty right now.
It's good on
With some
anything.
taco seasoning. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Sounds tasty. Yesterday, Tyler gave us some treats.
Oh my gosh, y'all. We had Tyler's hot wiener day yesterday.
Nobody calls it that except for you.
I do.
We had hot dogs and hamburgers yesterday. Tyler brought his skillet up here, and he was a madman cooking in like 100-degree weather. He was sweating all over the food. No, just kidding. He wasn't sweating.
That's
all
how
over
he
it.
seasoned
I wasn't
it.
cooking it all in a skillet.
No.
I had a griddle.
A griddle,
It
that's
was
it.
a Blackstone.
And he had a fan. It was great.
I had a fan blowing on my back the whole time, but I tell you what, I was still worn out by the end of it. I was so happy to be done, but everything was delicious.
It was great. And we
And-
do it yearly. I always look forward to Tyler's hot wiener day each year.
Me too.
Comes
I
around.
do as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds so bad.
It's a great time of year when Tyler's hot wiener day happens, when it is upon us.
I mean, I wouldn't want to serve them cold. That's for sure.
That's for
Nobody
sure.
likes a cold wiener.
They got to be hot wieners.
Yeah.
It's the only way to eat them.
Yeah. Okay. He
So-
also made hamburgers. There was
I did.
customers walking by, and they were like, "Hey, them for sale."
Tyler's
Maybe
like,
I
Tyler's
should
like,
have.
"No."
You should have shared that burger with that man.
I
broke
know.
that man's heart.
I if you're listening, he's probably not listening. I'm sorry. I just, sometimes I lock in and sometimes I lock in too hard and I'm like, no, this is employees only. I'm out there in the open. Like people can see me cooking,
Yeah,
So
but you were-
obviously,
You're just killing people with the smells, though. It smelled fantastic. And this old man walking around with his wife, she's looking at plants. He's like mad that he's here and he's got to smell the fantastic
he's like,
burgers.
at least I can get a burger. No, I can't even
And
get a
then-
burger.
And then we broke his heart. I say, wait, you broke his heart. You're like, nah, man, these are employees only.
Well, you're airing everything out, aren't
yeah,
you?
well, I guess. So, well,
You really are. Enjoy, listeners.
yeah.
Well, I
enjoy.
mean, I just stuck to what we were doing.
yeah, you did.
Next time, just stick me out in the back behind the bagging building or wherever.
All the way in the back, miles and miles away.
Miles away, I'll fry it up at Earth Mix HQ, and you guys can just come find me. It'll
Yeah,
be like a
you gotta
scavenger
follow the
hunt.
smell
Where's Tyler's hot
to find
wieners?
Tyler.
I don't know. We're gonna find them.
You would find them.
Follow your nose.
We would absolutely find those hot wieners. It would happen. Can't wait for
It's in the
2026.
books.
It is.
Every day is hot flower day here at Bates Nursery, though.
That's right. What's blooming in the heat? Well, this week on the show, actually, we brought in in the studio, Caroline, me and you, was
Sun perennials.
sun-loving flowering perennials, yes. And boy, do they love the sun this time of year. Those perennials, they don't care either. They're kind of like weeds. They're just loving it, loving the hot sun. I mean, if you just planted them, I get it. You're going to have to water. But if they're established perennials,
They're fine.
Echinacea, Black-eyed Susan, any of those, I mean, when they're blooming in the summer heat, like, this is their time to shine.
Well, I know, I think I talked about it a little bit on the show, but just phlox right now, like
Really
our native
pretty.
phlox on the side of the interstate. On my way home and my way into work, if I decide to take I-24, like you can see these like pink clusters of the phlox just going crazy. And I mean, we have barely had rain, y'all. Like we haven't
it's
had
been a
much.
minute.
And I mean, things on the side of the interstate, those going to be real hot, hotter than those wieners. And they are going crazy.
Pink Cluster Club. That's all I can think of in my head. Sorry. I'm sorry.
We got to
That's
make
funny.
a song now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's,
I want to get lost in that.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so many flowering things. What else is going on? What else is happening out there? Grasses?
Grasses, it's just so hot that's what my brain is just like.
I'm kinda
heat
with
and
you.
water.
I'm kind of with you. Like, I'm kind of like, even as an avid gardener and someone who loves plants more than anything, like this time of year comes around and I'm like, I'm getting kind of over this. Like, it's hot. I don't want to be out. I'm out in it all day long. Y'all know if you work outside, you understand. As you get older, man, like the sun just takes it out of you a lot more. I get home and I'm like, I am not pulling weeds today.
Yeah.
I'm looking at them.
I even have some growing in the crevice of my sidewalk. It's just one crabgrass that started small, and I was like, I should get that now. And it's been in there for 2 weeks now, and I step over it, and it's huge, and I'm just like, I don't have the energy to bend down and get this out of here. Because now it's kind of going to be a chore to get it all the way out.
Yeah, absolutely. I am the opposite of y'all. I am empowered by pulling crabgrass right now.
Tyler.
Good
And
for you.
Almost the bigger that they grow, the easier it is to kind of get your hand. You scoop up all the little tendrils and get them all in your hand, and then just
There
kind of
is
give
a
it a little
good size
tug.
for a lot of weeds. Like
Yeah.
I'll wait until certain weeds get a certain size,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, that's when it's easy to pull.
But it's a catch-22 because
Yeah.
you're pulling out a lot of roots and leaving a lot of, and it with crabgrass, it's insane. It'll get in a crack and then the roots will get in there and it's so strong, it'll like muscle stuff open. Like it'll make cracks worse.
It's wild.
And
it is the worst grass. Maybe Bermuda.
It really is. But staying on top of it this year has been very empowering for me. I'm like, oh, there's one, pop, gone. And it hadn't reached seed, and that means that it's not going to be even more of a chaotic runaway thing later on.
Yeah.
So that in my head, I'm like, you're doing yourself a favor. You're doing a favor in the future. Get it.
Get it.
You are. You're doing good.
What?
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I did have an annoying thing happen to me this week.
What's that?
I planted I can't remember how many, probably 15 germander. One died.
Really?
Tanked. Just
Belly up.
And sometimes that happens. I mean,
Yeah.
luckily I accidentally bought 2 extra. So,
Oh, hey, 1 out of 15. We'll
but it's
take
right
those
in the
odds.
middle.
It's always in the middle. It's how it
middle.
always works. Hear that all the time. It'll be a line of shrubs. Yeah, I planted 10 of them. 1 in the middle died.
Just died.
That's how it goes.
I guess the
one in
only
middle.
good thing about it being in the middle is you could plant something else there if you can't get your hands on the same thing.
It's a good point. I agree with that.
But I have a line on either side of my sidewalk, so it's going to look stupid if I do that. Luckily, I have one.
Do you think that the other germanders are going to follow suit? Like, is it a sign of stress or is it just
No.
like one off?
They all look fine. I think it was just a one-off thing. Sometimes it just happens.
I've been looking at speaking of lines, been looking at my line of cherry laurels that I planted earlier this year. I can see it's very subtle, but signs of stress, of water stress on these little guys. The leaves are slightly drooping. They don't really go like full wilt probably unless they're dying. Just this little subtle wilt is concerning me a little. But I'm
sure it'll be fine.
I do deep waterings every now and then, but it's weird how it's only some of them. Like some are completely fine, upright, never have even flinched. But then others are turning down a bit. It probably has to do with sun exposure.
Yeah.
That and just what's different down below. Every single hole you ever dig is different than the one next to it. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to moisture retention or whatever it may be. So you're doing fine, Tyler. Now, laurels are very specifically like quick to wilt if they're dry. And they show you that. And that's what's nice about big leafy things, way better than, say, conifers or things that don't really show you the signs of stress all that much, whereas laurels really do. So that's helpful.
It
They
is.
at least tell you, get out
it's
here and water
helping
me. You know what else I like right now? And y'all know this about me.
What
I
do you
told y'all
like?
this yesterday. Actually, no, I didn't tell y'all this yesterday. This is something different.
you
I'm going to go a
I'm
different
excited.
route.
Do you like the fact that something happened in your life that was dramatic recently?
What?
What are you speaking of?
What is that?
It involves a chicken.
Oh.
Oh, really? You
Did
had
I
to bring that
mean
up.
to bring that up?
You brought it up.
Uh-oh.
Stupid chicken broke my ginkgo.
I know. I saw that.
I wrote a poem last night about it.
You did?
I sent y'all the.
We got
I
it,
sent you the
Tyler.
poem.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow,
I forgot about
Tyler.
the poem.
It took me an hour to write that poem.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. It took me 2 seconds.
It was a beautiful
It just
poem.
popped into my brain. I'm like, I'm gonna write a poem about a stupid chicken breaking my ginkgo.
Do you guys
but
want me to read it? Because I have it pulled up right now. Or do you want to read it?
You read it.
Are you sure?
It's not like a good poem.
This just in. Chicken broke ginkgo. Big fat hen. And then you said, I hate her.
There you go. It's my little poem of the night.
That is gorgeous.
It just snapped that.
I'm
ginkgo.
so sorry.
It just snapped it, y'all.
I know.
Its
I saw
overall
that
form.
picture.
Its overall form is just absolutely wrecked. I mean, it's wrecked. I've been working on that for years. That started as a 1 gallon. Ginkgos are slow as it is.
Yeah.
Like, it's the most annoying thing on the planet, especially when it's your own pet.
Your own
Not even a
chicken.
pet. It's livestock.
It's a pet.
Livestock.
It's a pet.
No, it's not my pet.
It's Marley's
Oh,
pet.
you disowned it.
Oh,
No longer my chicken.
I hate her so much. Anyway, enough about that.
Okay, but
I don't
what
want
was
to talk about
what
it.
was the other? What were you going to talk about?
I was honestly just going to talk about my golden locust I've got in the yard. I
Oh.
went on my tree walk last night. I didn't have any wife or kids at home with me last night, so I was bored. So I'm like, you know what? Sun went down. I'm like, I'm going to go out and close it down, and I'm going to go out and check out all my trees, see what's going on, see if I
How'd
see
they all
any
look?
pests. Everything looks good. I mean, for the most part, it's all, they're pretty well established trees. So,
Yeah.
the bald cypress I've got is just absolutely beautiful. The red buckeye I've got is throwing its tree nuts all over the place. It's seed pods. They kind of resemble something. It's kind of hilarious. We won't go there. We've already had enough of talk.
Oh, so that's what that is.
That's what that was. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
The seeds from the red buckeye, that was great looking. But anyway, the champion in the yard at the moment It just embraces summertime heat, embraces it. And it's my golden locust tree. That thing is throwing new growth right now, and it is taking off, y'all. It's got,
Really?
I'm telling you, you should grow it. It's so pretty this time of year. It's got orange new growth at the very tippy tips. Then it goes to this golden color, and then it softens to green. It's like a 3-tone tree out in the yard. And like I said, it's a locust. It embraces the summer heat. I'm in love with it.
Did you get a picture of it?
No, I should have. The lighting wasn't good. Tyler would have been mad at me.
That's true.
You had me up until there's no photo. What?
I'm sorry,
I
Tyler.
have to imagine it,
You have to
Imagine
use your
it.
imagination.
and everybody else listening has to also.
Y'all don't come down to the yard. Come down the driveway. Come slow. It's a bumpy old driveway.
Austin gonna have a block party
might fall
for his
off that
golden
bridge.
locust.
Oh my
We're gonna
gosh,
have a
you
locust party.
should.
Yes. Great locust party of 25.
Get
Oh my
us a
God,
photo,
please.
man.
Okay, I'll get a photo for next week.
And then have a party next week.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I'm glad your trees are looking good.
Yeah, they're doing fine. Getting
Yeah.
established. It's nice. Yep. I love my trees.
You have a great little tree forest.
I
And
counted last night. There's 14 in the yard now.
It's going to be so cool when they're all like big. What was I can't think of the word I was looking for.
Maturing.
Mature. Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about that. They're all going to be so different.
Yeah,
They really are. You've got like an arboretum in your front yard.
pretty much. Yeah, that's what I was going for. So, and really just some specimen type trees. Nothing like kind of normal, really. It's all pretty odd stuff. So that's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I love watching it. Every year. The only thing I added this year was 2 pear trees for my oldest daughter because she wanted some pears. So I got some
are they
Asian
doing?
pears out there. Oh, they look awful, but not like in a bad way. I know that sounds horrible. That's not a great sentence at all. But like, they look awful because they took a frost damage this spring. So a lot of dieback in them. And I haven't cleaned them up because I don't really like to cut fruit trees at all during the growing season. I really like to wait till dormancy on that. So I've left all the old crap sticks that are up.
Yeah.
Crap sticks. Yeah, that's what they are. The leaves that are on it are fine. And it's actually got a little bit of new growth right now too. But they're, it's a first year tree. I never give much attention to first year trees, minus, keeping them alive.
Yeah. My crab apples that I planted look like garbage right now. And they're alive. They just, I planted them late winter.
That's the thing. And it's just like we're plant people, so we kind of know. Like, we know what's alive. We know it looks bad. Like, don't come to our yard and like judge us, be like, you're a horticulturalist and your plant looks like this. It's like, yeah, I'm fine with it though, because I know what's alive and what's dead.
And next year it's going to wake up and look great.
Yeah, it's going to be much different. I mean, we know that. We have to be patient as gardeners, and especially with young trees.
Yeah, we definitely do.
We get that question here all the time. I'm constantly having to read emails and look at pictures of people that are nervous about their plants and such. I'm just like, y'all, you just planted it. Give it a minute, Don't expect it to be this perfect canopied, awesome tree
It's
right when you
working
plant
down
it.
below the soil line right now.
Exactly.
It's getting its roots established, and then it'll focus up top next year.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Speaking of small trees and growth, my eucalyptus, y'all, is definitely around, it's getting to 9 feet tall now.
Wow, your glacier.
Yes.
Nice.
I could practically watch it grow this month. I feel like I look out the kitchen window and I'm like, wow, it's really putting on some, because, the stake that I put it at was right pretty much at 8 feet. And it is just soared past that.
And you've never brought it in, right? Like you leave it out
It's
all winter?
planted in the ground.
Oh, okay. Because I know it was in a pot for a minute, but...
I put it in the ground. It's not moving anywhere. It's by my greenhouse. It does get a break in the west from west sun, and maybe that helps it survive the winter a little bit better too, because it blocks like the west cold winds that come in. But man,
she's thriving.
Yeah, I'm totally shocked.
Well, you talk about another plant that just absolutely embraces the heat, like loves it, seems to even grow in the heat. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, good for you, man.
It's an Australian specimen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're lucky. I mean, here in the mid-state, we don't get to see eucalyptus all that often. So you've got just a genetic, very hardy cultivar, whatever it may be. It's in a great spot. It loves where it's at, and it's living year to year. You're crushing it.
Living its best life. I've got some eucalyptus in a pot that is loving it right now. I mean, this variety will die in the winter.
Yeah.
But I'll cut it back and bring it in before it does.
It'll be fine.
It'll be great.
Yeah, I've got people who are wanting cuttings from this, and I'm all for it. I'm just also nervous to cut on my little plant, but I know it'll outgrow it. It's so
yeah,
big
those just
right
keep
now.
growing. We've had one in the greenhouse, like in our houseplant greenhouse, for a couple of years now, that we have like kind of pruned and trained, and we cut on it all the time because we'll forget to water it and it loses all of its leaves, and then we'll cut it back and it just reflushes.
Oh, yeah. That's what they do.
Yeah, they're tough little cookies. Mm-hmm. And so are the 5 of us. All tough little cookies sitting in one room. Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and get into this week's broadcast where those cookies were all sit together talking about
Caroline.
plants. Thank you. Great segue. I'm really good at segues. Yeah, we were all here. The 3 of us, as well as Josh Carey and David Bates. We talked a lot about everything.
We did.
A lot of good deep discussions this episode, you know?
Yeah. Went into detail. We talked a lot about peach trees again. I think that's 2 weeks in a row now. So you guys will get a lot of peach tree talking.
And we shouted out our friend Rachel who came out the other day.
Yes.
Rachel, hope you're listening. We gave you a big shout out, so keep on listening to this show. Okay?
And keep on coming in and let us know how that corn below your feeder does.
Yeah.
Tasselin.
Caroline, Austin, what's going on with you guys? What's the big news in your world?
You know, I was thinking last night. I had a weird night, okay? I had no wife, no kids last night, okay?
Wow,
Empty
solo
house.
night.
It was not fun. I'm not going to lie. I need the noise nowadays. Now, I've been with kids for too long, so like sitting alone is kind of hard. So I was thinking about the show last night, trying to come up with something. And you know what I thought about?
What?
It's really cool that, so we had a guest, shout out, Rachel, okay? Rachel came out.
Yes, Rachel.
The other day, and she is a big fan of our podcast, okay? She knows nothing of plants, and she would admit that, okay? But she's been watching or listening to our podcast now for a while, and she's become a fan of the show. And I think, last night I was just thinking, it is super cool. She knows nothing of plants. She's watched us. She's gotten better at it. She's gotten her garden going. She's got a lot of weeds going on. She showed me yesterday.
Getting her plants.
But that's what I was thinking. Like, how many podcasts do you listen to where you can go and just like meet the people that do it?
Yeah.
It's pretty rare. You know what I mean? And we're a local business, been here for 93 years, which is incredible. Okay. And we've got a podcast now, and someone listens to it and actually likes us and came out and got to talk to Caroline. She got to talk to me. She didn't get to see Tyler. Tyler, I'm sorry. You were in here probably.
He was in
I
his
was
little
around.
hobbit hole.
You were
over
around.
here.
No, I was out there.
You were out there, yeah.
You were cooking hot dogs.
But yeah,
I was.
oh yeah, you did cook hot dogs yesterday. That was great. Hamburgers too. That was fantastic. But anyway, like I said, Rachel got to come out, and she is the sweetest person, and just needed help with her garden. Bought a bunch of butterfly bush, and I just thought, you know what? Got her a big hug whenever we left. Like I was like, this is so cool that we just have this close. So all you Middle Tennesseans that listen to our podcast and watch the show, like, thank you so much.
Yes,
and
thank you.
Always come out and chat with us. We're so happy to see you people. And Rachel, it was so good to see you yesterday. And I hope you planted your butterfly bushes. I hope you got them weeds up a little bit.
And left those sunflowers that the birds planted for you under your bird feeder. She was like, I have all this. Actually, it ended up being corn.
Yes.
So she had put a bird feeder in the middle of her landscape and this gorgeous garden that she was like, it's out of control right now. And I looked at it and I was like, it looks better than mine.
We were like, girl, you're doing all right.
But underneath the feeder, stuff that had dropped out, I guess a bunch of corn was in there and
It was corn.
And Austin was so excited when he realized it was corn, and it was tasseling.
I did. I grabbed that phone. I zoomed in. I said, that's corn tasseling, girl. And I was so excited about that.
Girl.
Amongst all the other weeds that were popping up, but also all the other beauty she had in her bed. She had a little stepping stone path going through. So Rachel, look, you are with us. We are all together in the gardening world. Ain't none of us trying to be weeding right now. It's no fun.
It's too hot.
It's too hot. I've got a weedy bed. I don't like it either. I look at it every day. I'm like, I need to pull those weeds, but then I don't. But you know what? It's okay. Like I said, we're all in this together.
It's okay.
Yes.
And, and the whole process about gardening is a learning experience. None of us, there's nobody here, nobody out there that knows it all.
Nope.
Or can have all the experience. However, I must say, and I need to brag on my staff here at Bates Nursery and Garden Center, which includes, of course, Austin, Caroline, and Tyler, and 47 other people that make it all happen. The results came out this week for the top 100 garden centers in the nation, and overall, we placed 31st, and that's amongst every location of every nursery. We placed 31st. In single location nurseries, we placed 20th.
Hey.
So, and those kind of achievements are only possible through the wonderful relationships that we are afforded through everyone here in Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, Northern Alabama, and wherever that people come from. And they do come from long distances, particularly in the springtime. They'll make their annual pilgrimage out to see us. We really appreciate that. And we appreciate the opportunity to get to share information with you, because that's what helps us mutually build experience in gardening. You look at what's under a bird feeder and you're expecting it to be sunflowers, or maybe that's what she thought they were. And
that's because the squirrels get all of them, so don't worry about that.
So, it's a lot of fun gardening. We've had a really good year as far as the weather giving us enough precipitation without putting too much, Josh. I don't know. I know we've got some pictures from you this week.
Well, I mean,
showing how things are going along at your place. So it's important to take photos, make progress, and to share those with us, because we like to put them out there and show not just what's going right, but also, hey, here's a problem spot I've got, and maybe how to correct it.
Well, and I did something different this year. I planted one of my raised beds for cut flowers.
Oh,
nice.
That's where the yellow ones came from. But I just took one advantage, because you can only eat so many cherry tomatoes. You can only eat so many tomatoes. So, I mean, and by the way, the green ones, they're starting to blush, folks. Everybody just be patient. They're late this year. I mean, but it's all good.
My brother Mark got his first ripe on the vine tomato last week, or like the 1st of July, right about there. So, they are late developing.
It was after the 4th for mine. And celebrities, I'm usually swimming in them by now. So, I mean, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a good year, it looks like. I threw what I thought were dead marigolds that didn't germinate properly over into the sand. I got marigolds growing. Yeah, man. That's what plants do. Volunteers, buddy.
I have a ton. I scattered seeds everywhere, and they all came up. So I've got them everywhere. But I think it's time to get to questions,
yes,
y'all.
It is.
We got quite a few. We're going to start with an email that we got from a listener of the podcast, Madison.
Hey, Madison.
So Madison emailed us saying, I have finally convinced my partner to buy a plant and help me nurture it. 1 to 2 fruit tree. Tyler, I still get excited by the circle. Fruit trees for my upcoming birthday. I would love your input on what I should get. So I'm just going to kind of summarize it a little bit. Initially, she wants peach trees because that's her favorite part of the summer. However, she saw that we carry native pecan trees. So she's kind of wondering what our input on what she should grow. She knows she shouldn't expect fruit for 5 to 10 years.
That would be
about
optimistic.
planting them. And in terms of peach trees, I saw that you have in stock or dwarf varieties. Is this standard for this area, or do you get larger varieties in? She knows she should wait till fall. And will we have some in the fall? And then we'll go through her other questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, first things first, yes, we will certainly have peach trees in the fall. And we do carry pecan trees as well. Now, the biggest difference between those two trees specifically is the amount of time you're going to wait.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you said, maybe 5 to 10 years.
Wrong.
For a pecan, honestly, for a pecan, it could be longer than that.
Yeah.
Now, for a peach tree, it's not going to be longer than that. Literally, you buy a peach tree from us and you could see fruit next year. Now, are you going to see a lot of fruit? No, not necessarily, because the tree's not all that large yet, doesn't have a ton of branching. But in theory, peaches can fruit very, very young. Pecans cannot. Okay. Pecans are the state tree of Texas. All right. They like it hot.
You love Texas.
I swear I was born.
Yes.
Shout out Texas. That's where I was born. And I do love the pecans down there. And they have stands set up for the pecans on the roadsides of Texas.
Nothing like it.
And do pecans grow pretty good here? Yeah. But I'm saying pretty good. And I say that because we're a touch wet for pecans. Now, I've seen plenty of pecan trees here that are fine. Okay. But they've got to get very large first before they can produce fruit. You've got to have at least 2 to 3 different cultivars out there so they can cross-pollinate with each other to produce those pecans for you. So if you want something that's going to be a little bit easier and a little bit quicker, then I would go with peaches. And I love me some peaches, okay? And yeah, we do sell dwarf or semi-dwarf varieties. But y'all, we should always keep peaches somewhat dwarf, okay? We have to do this with pruning. If you really want a successful, just really good producing peach tree, we need to prune this every single year, okay? And I can help you with this. Pruning peach trees is probably
peach trees.
I don't know if it's out or not, but it is.
There's peach trees out in the tree lot that have got fruit on them.
Exactly. Like I said, young trees can produce fruit, very young. But like I said, we want to kind of keep them a little bit dwarf. We want to do that pruning every single year. And like I said, come out here. Let me help you show you how to get it started, okay? Getting your peach tree in the the right start is really crucial on getting it to be productive later.
Right. And then another part of her question, what pest disease maintenance needs should we take into account? My partner has a background in landscaping, so should we be we're not afraid of putting in work.
Okay.
Well, David, what did your dad say about having 2 peach trees versus an orchard?
He says, 400 or 500 peach trees or fruit trees are not hard to take care of, but 4 or 5 will work you to death.
Yeah.
And the point is that it takes essentially the same equipment and to spray a few trees as it does a whole bunch, and it takes quite a lot of time to do it correctly. There is no autopilot for fruit tree production. They're susceptible to pests and pathogens, and if you do a good job of that, you can have great success at keeping them in good shape. Keeping them healthy, fertilizing them properly, goes a long way with that. Yeah. But there are fungicide applications you have to rotate to really have most effective. You may have some other pest issues, but and the one thing that we were talking about earlier, and that Austin mentioned, was the fact that what we have are that says dwarf. They're actually what is referred to as semi-dwarf, and we talked about this some last week. They're not a small tree. Now, a pecan tree
can get huge.
They get huge, and they can produce a lot of shade. So you need to be thinking about, if you're going to be planting these in proximity to each other, give plenty of room for pecans, because they don't just get tall; they get wide. So
do they get wide?
Yes.
Nothing prettier than that house that's out there on the prairies in southeast Texas or East Texas, where they plant the pecan trees just for that purpose, David, because there's nothing around them. They plant the pecan trees and then they shade the house. But you get a mess with them too.
So, and it also, as Austin mentioned, the cross-pollination issues, it's particularly, you must have it with pecans, to a lesser extent with peaches and other fruits, but it certainly is helpful on that. So make some considerations for having multiple cultivars of each different type of tree, whether it's peaches or apples, pecans. It really doesn't matter.
It was Madison.
It was Madison.
Madison, what do you like?
There
pears?
were other questions, correct?
You like pear trees? They're not the prettiest ones, but they're pretty
she
reliable.
in her email was talking about pecans and peaches, and I do like that she asked if she buys them now, she could keep them in a kiddie pool, a la Caroline. Okay. So you definitely could. Yeah. I bought a new kiddie pool because I have so many plants I haven't planted on Monday. So now I have 2 kiddie pools with plants in them. Cool. And yes, I know I could dig those holes, but it's just too hot outside. But
kitties are those little plants.
That's right. Those are I have a lot of kitties. Happy birthday, Madison. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Yes. We cannot wait for you to come out and get those plants.
Happy birthday,
come
Madison.
Visit us.
Yes. Some say there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. But we say Bates Nursery is. Located in Nashville, Tennessee, Bates Nursery and Garden Center is a separate world unto itself. They feature the widest variety of plants, including trees, shrubs, native plants, perennials, houseplants, and specimen evergreens. Their knowledgeable staff will assist you with any gardening needs, catering to any experience level. Open year-round, and Caroline, tell them how to get here.
Bates Nursery is located minutes from downtown Nashville off Briley Parkway, exit 19 in beautiful Whites Creek, Tennessee. You'll see it's worth the drive from anywhere. No time to visit the nursery? Shop online with delivery and pickup options available for the greater Middle Tennessee area at www.batesnursery.com.
So if you want to learn a lot about living and a little about love, visit Bates Nursery and Garden Center, beautifying Nashville since 1932.
What's in bloom?
With Austin.
All right. Here we go.
Is.
This week is our shout out to Bridget. Okay. Now, we always have a shout out to Bridget, typically on every single show. Yes, but this week in particular, Bridget had an emotional week. And we None of us like to see that here. We love Bridget more than anything. She's the sweetest human on the planet, and she had a rough one. So you know what? We're giving the ode to Bridge this week. She is our sun perennial, along with other things. She knows so many things, y'all.
Grasses.
But grasses, tons of things, okay? She's just a horticulturalist at its finest, okay? But she is in charge of our sun perennial department. So Caroline and I decorated the room this week with all sun perennials. She will tell you all about that in about 20 minutes
Yes, I
ish.
will.
But I'm going to tell you all the sun perennials that are out there in bloom right now. And excuse me if I miss a few, because there's a lot, okay? But here goes the ode to Bridge. All right, here we go. Alliums in bloom, attracting them pollinators. Butterfly weed with the monarchs. Caroline, you shared last night. You saw a monarch in your garden last night.
Finally, after years of not seeing any, I saw one in my garden just flying around.
And it's because you got them butterfly weeds out there. Good for you for planting those. Hey, we got phlox in the studio today, and it's also blooming in your hearts. Don't know why I said that. Catmint.
Blooming in your hearts.
It sure is. And your yards. Catmint's still blooming if you cut it back. Make sure you cut it back if you haven't yet, y'all. It's going to rebloom for you. Russian sage is a drought-resistant, sun-loving plant that is just in full show right now and beautiful. Agastache is in bloom and attracting all the bees. Perennial hibiscus just started this past couple weeks, and what is a bigger flower than that? Fantastic. We've been selling those like crazy this week. Hey, butterfly bush, reish, still going off. Joe Pieweed, one of our natives, it just started blooming this week. I got a lot of those in my woods. Coreopsis, which is the yellow stuff we have out in front. That's pretty much a weed, but it's a pretty one. All right, verbena still going off. We have a creeping verbena around here that blooms for a long time. That is in full bloom right now. Veronica, brought some of that in the room today. That's a pretty little plant, kind of similar to salvia. Bee balm, Josh, you know that because yours is blooming. Shasta daisies in my yard are still blooming, but they're kind of half blooming and they need to be deadheaded. I'm annoyed by the deadheading of Shasta daisies, but if you like a white bloom, I mean, hey, they're pretty nice.
It is pretty.
Echinacea this week is going off. In Bridget's department, she has the finest selection of echinacea right now you have ever seen. I mean, 2 tables full of just beautiful echinacea in full bloom. That was grown locally in Murfreesboro by our friends at Colorburst, who do a fantastic job of growing perennials, okay? Shout out Colorburst. Y'all are doing awesome. Always have.
Their trucks are very exciting when they roll in.
So nice. Just they do a great job. Black-eyed Susan. Caroline, yours is blooming, I'm sure.
It's I have so many different kinds now.
I know. And obviously,
it's all popping off.
Obviously,
and
Josh does
has
too.
it too.
It's going off. Y'all, good for y'all. I'm glad y'all have them. Okay. And then your grasses, they started blooming this week along with corn, the best grass of them all. It's a tasselin out there. Yep. And that's our segue to Bridget. I asked Bridget yesterday, her goat of sun perennials. And I knew what she was going to say. I knew what she was going to say, but I had to ask her anyway. And she was like, you just going to put me on the spot like that? Like my favorite perennial? You know, she's probably got 20. I'm like, it's kind of like people asking me, like, what's my favorite tree? It's like, that's a tough question.
Well,
okay?
she said it's like asking me to choose my favorite child.
That's right. She did say it like that. But anyway, she was very quick to say her favorite perennial, Amsonia.
Oh, my goodness.
People.
Wow.
It's not blooming right now. It blooms in the spring, but it blooms blue, okay? And it's actually blue, which is kind of cool. Very nice. Once it finishes up blooming, then it has its texture, okay? What a textural plant. That's the word that Bridge used yesterday, okay? Its texture is great. Blows in the breeze, really, really nice. It lives up to really the heat of the summer just fine. It can handle a really wet spot. It can handle a dry spot. It's extremely versatile. And then the best thing about Amsonia by far is going to be that fall color. Anywhere from yellow to orange to bronzy. All these tones that are in it that are just blowing in the breeze, just making you happy. It's a fantastic plant. Bridget is a fantastic human. We love her. Shout out to you, Bridget. Thank you so much. And thank you, Amsonia, for being beautiful. There you have it. What's in bloom. Thank you. Thanks.
Pretty amazing.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
It was great.
He brought it today.
He did. More than usual, maybe. No.
Well, you know, I didn't have to do, you just drive into work and look around.
Oh, there it is.
That's blooming. That's blooming.
What did you say? Phlox is in our hearts?
Yeah, phlox is blooming in our hearts.
Phlox is and on the side of the roadway, side of the interstate.
See?
It's popping off. You can see little pink clusters, and I think it's phlox. I mean, I'm not going to pull over on the interstate to look. Although I will pull over on other roads. It's too hard to get back on once you pull off. I get scared. I'm not going to do it. But hey, we have a lot of people watching, commenting. Joyce is back.
Joyce, where'd you go?
Joyce, you went MIA for a couple months. We missed you. Jill and Bill in Crossville are watching. Shout out to them.
Jill
Love
and
y'all.
Bill.
Yep.
Love it.
some of my favorite people ever on this planet. But we've got some live questions streaming in. So Linda is asking, first off, she says, "Morning glories. I chopped down a dozen banana trees at my aunt's in Atlanta last Monday.
Oh.
She said they are already growing back." Sounds about right. "Short of digging up the roots, what can be done to kill them dead?"
No.
Kill him dead. Tyler's so sad right now. Tyler loves his
But
bananas.
sometimes you plant things where you don't want them.
Hey, David, I got to say real quick, I remember a story you used to tell me, or you told me once back in the day, that you said you used to cut bananas. I believe in Hawaii you were out there doing that.
I did. I lived in Hawaii.
Yes. And I remember, I'll never forget this. You told me that there was big, long rows of bananas, and you could cut one at this end of the row. By the time you were at the end of the row, the other one was already pushing back up.
I mean, almost like 6 or 8 inches. It's incredible how
insane.
fast they push. I mean, they are growing machines, and in the tropics, they are unrelenting.
Yeah, they really are. And even here, they're unrelenting, especially in Atlanta, I'm sure. I mean, Middleton, in the mid-state, Tyler, you grow them. And you probably have some input on this, but besides digging them up, and even still digging them up,
doesn't
like, good luck. Yeah, I mean, you think you've got it, and you probably don't. I mean, let's be real.
Just like cannas, you can't get rid of it.
Mine came from my next door neighbor's compost pile.
I don't doubt it.
Sprouted, and he said, "You want them?" I said, "Sure." I put them in.
Yeah.
Now I got a grove.
You got them for life.
So is there any hope for her to get rid of them?
I mean,
I think you'd have to phone it in, to be honest. I mean,
Phone it in, like call a friend.
like
call a buddy.
Call
a
a buddy.
landscaper, some big machinery to dig it all out, because I'll say I spent a month or two. I only have 3 bananas, and I guess they're like 3 clusters now. I spent the better part of all my weekends for about 2 months last year just thinning my bananas out.
Wow.
And this year, one of the big things I did was there was another cluster of bananas that had been started kind of further away, almost opposite the ones that I have, and it was kind of this, we want to have some shade here or whatever. Well, it turned into, we need to redo this area. There were already, this is 2 or 3 years established now, there are already about 5 or 6 stalks happening there. So it took me a good weekend just to dig that out. And even then, even after I tried to chase as much of the rhizome as possible underground, I still had them coming up, shoots coming up, and then I had to dig those out. And then once those are out, we're good. So
there's hope. It's just going to take a lot of work.
Yes, it takes a lot of elbow grease and work.
And I've had people ask me about how to get rid of kudzu, and
gosh.
And it's a multi-year process. I mean, you spray it all with herbicide and kill it all back. Then you dig all that out, and then you let it regrow. Then you spray all that, and then you
can hear it growing, David.
Dig it all out, and then you do it again, and then about the 3rd year, if you're really lucky, you've gotten it down to just a few spots, and then you might be able to win that battle. But it just shows up the value of using natives wherever possible, and also the threat that invasives, and of course kudzu's at the very top of invasive lists.
Yes.
It's the epitome of invasiveness.
It eats everything. It's crazy.
Everything. Telephone poles, you name it.
Yep, you'll see it on the side of the road, just covering like a whole area.
Barns.
Yeah.
Barns, yeah. It'll eat your house if you let it. Hey, Joyce is saying deadheading daisies sounds like a good job for Penny. For your little baby Penny.
Get out there. She could do it. She ain't home right now, but yeah,
she'd be good at it.
She would be good at that.
And we do have a question about Shasta daisies. I started reading the wrong question. Let's get to the right one. What to use to treat my Shastas with powdery mildew, and should I go ahead and treat everything?
I mean, not necessarily. There's some things that don't really get powdery mildew all that bad. Shasta daisies certainly can. They're no different, and it's been a somewhat powdery mildew season this year. It's been a little wet this spring. And it happens. And honestly, powdery mildew happens every year. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's not like this spring is different.
I have it all over my squash right now.
Yeah, it gets on squash. It gets on a number of things. And once it gets on something, it does tend to spread pretty quickly. Any pruning you can do, y'all, I talk about this every week. Any pruning you can do to get those spores off of the leaves is going to be extremely helpful. And we're getting into that Shasta daisy part of the year to where, like, honestly, Mine's even like probably 90% done blooming. Like there's still some up or whatever. So like really a huge cutback could be in order. Like just straight up in half, okay?
Because they're going to get nasty.
They get kind of gross.
Yeah.
They really kind of do. And they're after they're done blooming, their seed heads go black color, kind of similar to black-eyed Susan.
And you get so mad at that.
I do get mad at that.
You hate it.
Well, they don't look good. I mean, they've been great for like a month,
It's
but
some texture.
it bugs me. It's gross and
You're
black.
mad at it.
So what you could do is do some lower leaf pruning on the powdery mildew. Get rid of that. Cut your Shasta daisy in half, and then let's apply a fungicide to all those leaves, and then let's see new growth sprout, and that should come out clean for you.
That's kind of what I have to do with my Jacob Clyde bean balm that we've already talked about. It does get powdery mildew every year, and about this time, I haven't done it yet. I cut that one all the way back to the dirt because that one is, it'll just keep going. And then I'll get more blooms out of it later in the season.
Yeah, like sometimes that's in order. Like maybe half isn't enough. Maybe you've got powdery mildew like just
Cut
horrible.
it all the way down.
Literally cut it to the top of the ground, y'all. It is going to come right back. You honestly can't kill most of these things. Just like the bananas, you can't necessarily kill them by doing that. You honestly rejuvenate them a lot of times.
Just keep cutting them.
I sprayed the mulch around the beds with mine that had it on the top of it too, because you clean up as best you can, but there's still going to be
You still see it down below, yeah.
Yeah, still there, lurking.
Yep.
Hey, April is asking, what treatment can I use for my silver linden trees to fight Japanese beetles? I use a tree and shrub drench on my fruit trees, but the bottle says I can't use on lindens, and the beetles are completely defoliating my tree.
Okay.
So sorry.
Yeah, that's no fun. Linden trees don't get enough respect, first off.
They are gorgeous.
Great for you for growing one because it's a
The Rodney
beautiful plant.
Dangerfield of trees.
Yeah, exactly.
mean?
I mean, it's a beautiful tree. Let's talk about it. I mean, the top side green, the back side silver, a little bitty leaf that's on there, which is odd. And then when they're in bloom, the bees hum. I mean, beekeepers every beekeeper pretty much has linden trees. So like I said, April, great job for growing a linden tree. I'm sorry about the Japanese beetles. They are an annoying pest, and they're an exotic invasive insect that came here who knows how long ago. But they're with us now, okay? And I talked about this the other day, that they're so mobile and they're so flying around everywhere that it's really hard to get a targeted treatment, on something. But what you're going to have to do is find a chemical that, first off, can be sprayed on linden trees. And then second of all, is sprayed on the plant to where it's taken up into the plant to where when the beetle feeds, it dies, okay? And we want to, it's nice to see them die. I hate to say that, but it kind of is.
They're so pretty.
But the problem is that they come if you're going to kill them that way, they still have to come into your linden tree and eat on it. Yeah. Okay, so they're going to still leave some damage. I don't know how big your tree is, but Japanese beetles aren't going to be here forever. They're a big time summertime pest. So if we can just get through it, deal with some leaves that have some injury to them, it's just kind of part of it.
And they seem to cycle.
They're everywhere.
They seem to cycle geographically too.
Some years, it kind of like cicadas and like where they're at geographically. Some years are just way more, difficult than others. And little pockets here and there are, it's like
they're not as bad for me this year as they have been for like the past 2 or 3 years.
I still have not seen a single Japanese beetle.
Well, aren't you lucky?
I'm very lucky.
My
Knock on the table.
Yeah.
Look at you. You're going to get home and they're going to be everywhere.
Don't say
beetles
that.
In Japan.
Don't put that
Beetles.
curse on me.
Beetles, yeah.
Yeah,
just
Beetles.
call them
Yeah.
Just curse my yard.
The Beatles. I did not. If you watch our Instagram stories, our responses to your questions that we put up each week, Austin had a really great response to Japanese beetles, talking about, I don't remember what you said. And you know what? I'm going to download that video and reshare it on the Gardening Inside Out Instagram and Facebook. Well, it wasn't the give up. It was about hitting them into the woods. Crank it, something.
Crank them into the woods.
I don't even know what I said, y'all.
Grab a bat and hit them.
Crank them in the woods. Yeah, that's how I said it.
Austin loves to throw things into the woods.
Yeah.
Did you see what Colin said?
I was just about to read it. Yep. Colin says 2 years in the ground, 2 years in a row. My Shastas haven't bloomed. About to throw them in the woods.
Oh, Colin. You got woods? Why are your Shasta daisies not blooming?
Maybe they're in shade.
Maybe.
I mean, too much shade definitely.
So mine are in like part sun. My Shasta daisies probably get like 3 hours of direct sunlight, maybe 4, and they just started blooming 2 weeks ago. So mine start very late because they're not getting a whole lot of sun, and I don't get a lot of blooms off of them.
Yeah, and that's typical of a very shady kind of, typical sun-loving plant if it's getting too much shade. But that's still very odd, at least not to see some blooms.
And
Just throw them in the
Colin's
woods,
probably got
Colin.
some bloom
Colin, if you hate
booster.
them, throw them.
Yeah, he's probably got some bloom booster in the shed out there too.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt.
Or you can come visit us, Colin, and get
Yes.
you some. And where are we?
That's right. Yeah, that place is Bates Nursery and Garden Center.
It is.
And we'll start off talking this week about the blog. And, that's something I started writing 16 or so years ago. And I'm now co-contributor, my daughter, Sarah. And this week's edition is an example of that, a timely trim. And I think that ties in well to what we talk about frequently this time of year. It's particularly pertinent simply because that the clock is running. If you're going to trim things, they're going to flush back out. And you want to do it early enough so that that new growth has time to fully harden off before frost and freezes. And I know that's hard to think about in the middle of July, but trust me, it will occur. So, if you trim them, say in late August or September, the new growth will return, but it will not have chance to harden off.
It's never a bad time of year to add Earth Mix to your garden. Earth Mix garden products are sustainably sourced, living soils and amendments crafted to give you the best success for your gardening efforts. Establishing a raised bed? Use Garden Premium Topsoil Blend for an excellent performing growing medium for flowers and vegetables. Amend your gardens with their supernatural compost with all the nutrients needed to recharge existing soils. For houseplants, their Proganics Indoor Grow Mix is a fantastic potting medium that will feed for up to 6 months without the need for additional fertilizer. Earth Mix is sold only at independent garden centers, so head over to earthmix.net/find EarthMix to locate one near you. Success begins at the ground level when you use Earth Mix garden products.
It
Definitely.
is perennial time.
It really is.
It really is.
And it's great to be able to come out here and feel the heat. I mean, it's 95, feels like 100 out here. Our lot is specifically hot.
It's so hot.
Yesterday, Tyler had his little temperature thermometer
For hot dog
gauge
day,
thing
yeah.
out for his
It's a
grill
late-
that he uses. He did it on the lot yesterday on the asphalt, 145 on the asphalt of the lot, y'all. So it is hot. But then you get to walk back to the
down on the pavement.
No, don't do that. Don't even touch it. Your shoes might melt if you stand too long. So keep on moving. But move yourself back to the perennials and look at how much they embrace the heat,
And
y'all.
the fans are going back there too.
Yeah, it's this sun perennial time of year that's 98, 100, whatever it is. Plants don't care. As long as they're adequately watered, they are going to look fantastic, even in this heat. Whenever we're dying, they're just chilling.
They are.
Okay?
I have planted a lot this summer, and I'm watering a lot, but they're doing just fine. It's just a lot of work if you want to do it.
What about a border with this? I mean, that I could just see that just taking over. Does it get big? Does it?
You can
Yeah.
trim it back.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, certainly trim it back. I mean,
It'll
It
get
doesn't get
leggy,
really tall, but it gets
No.
sprawly.
but yeah, Josh, you're right. A front border of something
Oh,
with
man.
something poking up behind it, just like this Veronica or something, like that would be money.
Do it, Joyce. Get on out here and get it.
Just
Joyce.
give it a late winter cleanup.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Definitely.
But let's get some more questions in while we, wrap it up since we are nearing the end. Best way to get rid of mealy bugs?
Tell them, Caroline, you have to deal with mealy bugs more than any of us.
I mean, I would say the best way if it's on some house plants, throw them away. If it's
Oh.
bad,
She just
throw
hit
them
it.
into the woods. But if it's something that you don't want to get rid of, I mean, you can spot treat it. You can use, I usually will use like diluted rubbing alcohol to just kill them, find them, keep on wiping that plant down. Take it in your shower, take it outside, spray it down, spray all those bugs off.
And
If
then
you
throw
can't
it in
get
the
it on,
woods.
then throw it in the woods. And then if that doesn't work, you can always use, we have a houseplant systemic treatment here. It's a midacloprid that you can put in the soil. The plant absorbs it and makes the plant toxic to the pests that are feeding on it, and it kills the pest. You just want to keep it away from kids
Bees.
and plants, or not plants, and pests that you have inside. And usually if I do that, I will bring that plant inside. So yes, no pollinators, no bees are getting on that plant and it's killing them, but you have it in your home where I'm sure you do not
Ornamental
have
use
bees
only.
flying around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. So that is what I do to get rid of mealy bugs. Throw it in the woods if you don't care about it, or you can go on kind of a treatment regimen with that. Next is I'm watering my limelight hydrangeas daily and they are still droopy. Help.
Well, they have, as even limelight. Well, now an established limelight is usually fine, but to get it through that, I don't know if it's new or what, but I mean, getting it through that first season is a little bit tricky. Yeah, it's all about deep waterings. I mean, really, really deep waterings, and even so, on somewhat of a new plant, you might see just a touch of droop. I mean, it is very hot. It's very sunny, and like I said, I mean, they can typically handle it once they're established, but it kind of takes them a minute, and even if they're an established plant, if they're kind of in a dry spot in the garden that just doesn't hold water very well, this time of year, you're going to see a little bit of that.
Never water in a hurry.
No.
Watering should be a meditative action where you can just take your time and proceed at the right rate.
My very established limelight hydrangeas that are huge this time of year, they're drooping by the afternoon, and then in the morning, or if I go outside at night, they're fine. I haven't watered them. They hate it. This time they could use a little water, but I'm probably not going to do it because I have so many plants to water. And then Kay on Facebook asked, can canna lilies be deadheaded and then rebloom?
Yeah, actually, they will do that a little bit. I mean, they've got a long bloom time in general, but yours it sounds like they might be finishing up a little bit. It never hurts. I mean, at least give it a try. Like if they're done and you're kind of done with them, then go ahead and cut them, and you might see some rebloom. It's not going to be a crazy big show, kind of like the calycanthus, but you might see some random new blooms. But yeah, go ahead and do it.
And then final question of the morning: something is digging and ate my dahlias. I will try again next year. Any advice?
Just find that thing, throw it in the wood.
Find that thing, throw it in the wood.
I don't know what it was, but the mole, vole, something bad. Critters.
You could grow them in pots.
There you go. Grow them in pots, Caroline. That's a great idea.
Yard cat. Hey, music means that we're there. We're getting there. And hey, just a suggestion, Risha, like she says, beautiful Saturday AM again. Great show. Ed's streaming it on our TV. That's the way to watch Gardening Inside Out.
That's
what we're talking about.
Hey, had a big time at Greg Hall's show with you too, by the way. Hey, for everybody here at Gardening Inside Out, we thank you for participating. You're the reason we come in every Saturday morning to do this, and we appreciate it. Hey, got a sale going on out here at the nursery today, so come on out.
See us.
Yes, come and see them and see what's going on. Next Saturday morning, we'll be back in studio here for you for Gardening Inside Out. See you then.
Thank you for tuning into the Gardening Inside Out podcast. If you're looking for more information or more from your hosts, don't forget that we have a live Saturday morning broadcast, 8 a.m. Central Time on YouTube and Facebook. You can also follow us on our Instagram channel. That's @Gardening Inside Out for more posts, reels, and in-depth dives to topics and things we've discussed on the show. If our content resonates with you, consider giving us a follow, like, and subscription on all of our social media pages. See you next time.